Good morning, beautiful people. I just want to talk to you about something today. Um, and it's kind of interesting because what we have is something that I'm going through right now. The concept is interference isn't always obvious. When you have interference in your system or in a system, it's not always the most obvious thing going on. I'm going to get some things switched around here. Um, it's not always obvious. Last week, had week so back up the weekend before last week um, was out in the yard and the driveway on the porches using the leaf blower to blow off all the pollen and thought that would be helpful. And as I was doing that, a gust of wind picked up the pollen that I was concentrating and blew it back on me, and I happened to get a lung full of this stuff, and it overwhelmed my systems and the ability to adapt at that point, and started this cascade of just being difficult to breathe and coughing up all of this stuff for the past week. And if you cough a lot, that affects the throat in a way that makes your voice very low, which is where I like to live anyway. But it was very bad last week, which is why I didn't do any videos, is I could barely talk. So that interference in my ability to talk was very obvious, but the interference in my body to adapt to the allergens, that overwhelming thing, it wasn't as obvious. It just kind of was there. But that interference always is impactful. It might not be as obvious as me understanding what happened with that cloud of pollen coming back into my sphere and me inhaling it. But it could be something as innocuous as turning over in bed and not realizing that something has shifted out of place in the body's inability to adapt to that motion, stress on the spine and spinal cord, and that subluxation happens, and it might not be something you notice ever, but the interference starts, and so uh, you might not notice these interferences, and they might not be obvious to anybody observing or anybody that's living in it, but they're always impactful. Um, and that's the danger part, because when we think of interference, we think of the past interference, or we think of these um, people interfering with traffic to make a political statement, or people interfering with the flow of government and paychecks to make a political statement. It doesn't matter which side, because they both done it. Um, uh, we think of something dramatic. We see something where there's a good side and a bad side. Well, sometimes interference is just um, interference, and our body has to overcome it eventually. And that's where chiropractic comes in, is helping the body restore that normal flow so that the interference goes away. But again, we because of the word interference and the way it's used in our society, think it has to be something dramatic or big or um, just in your face. But really, it's not. Most oftentimes, it's very subtle. And the problem is when you have a bunch of subtle things start to accumulate, that's when these small disruptions of coordination start to cause bigger problems with communication and coordination. And when your body requires pristine communication patterns to function optimally, any kind of miscommunication or static in the system, if you will, causes a decrease in function, or an aberration in functioning, non-normal functioning. So interference, again, reduces our ability to express and experience our full life potential, and that's where chiropractors come in. We, Dr. Sam, Dr. Albert, and I were talking this morning, and Dr. Sam made a mention that it seems that the people that are most invested in living the healthy lifestyle, going to the gym on a regular basis, doing the CrossFits, doing the um, all the good dieting and stuff, are the ones that seem to be worst at keeping their appointments on a regular basis. So they'll go to the gym religiously. They'll prepare meals religiously. They'll They'll do the blood testing religiously. They'll do all of these other things religiously on a regular set scheduled pattern, but then they choose not to do things regularly um, that to keep their body functioning at that optimal level. I'm going to put on pause so I can answer this phone. Well, that was really good timing because I had to cough anyway and clear my throat from some of this accumulated stuff. Hold on just a second. One more. Woo! Get all that phlegm out of me. I'm glad OBS has that pause function because that would um, be nasty. I would have gone back and edited it out. But anyway, interference. Again, chiropractic is there to keep your system clear on a regular basis because these interferences show up on a regular basis. Um, you don't have to um, suffer through that interference. That's what chiropractic is here for. We'd love to take care of that. Again, this has been disjointed. It had a few interferences. We overcame those and corrected them, and we're back on track. And I'm looking forward to taking care of you. We've got a lot of changes coming up here soon, too, possibly. I'm investigating some things. We have a little bit of a schedule change, but it won't be too impactful on getting regular care. But will open up me to have an impact on a bigger population. So I'm looking forward to investigating that and then explaining more as I know more. It's kind of a brand new, lot of unknowns, a lot of variables that have to fit together for anything to come to fruition. But I'm excited, and when I'm excited, I have more energy, and I have more energy. I can take care of more people. So there you go. Anyway, we do love you. We do hope that you see your chiropractor this week and tell them you appreciate them and what they're doing, and that you're learning more about what they're doing, and that you're going to be becoming one of their prize clients. And then do me a favor, tell somebody about chiropractic today. Tell them about your experience and why you go to the chiropractor on a regular basis. Just let somebody know today what you you've done to get to the better place that you're at. And if you're suffering and this doesn't make sense to you at all, please just call me, email me, contact me somehow so that we can talk through this and help you understand where you're at and how you can be in a better place. We'll talk at you later. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.